All right. Well, I have a very simple focus here at the conference and speaking right now. And I've been told to keep it concise and short, which is totally against my grain in nature, but I'm going to try and see if I can make that happen. So, I admire everybody in the room. I really do. In an economic time when lawyers and accountants are telling their clients, oh, don't invest in a business now. Oh, retail, don't do that. You have all made that decision to get into the business and do additional businesses, and I admire you for that. So, today, on my section of this presentation, I'm here to instruct you on one thing and one thing only, a singular focus, and that is how to get what you want. Huh? Yeah. Who doesn't like getting what they want? Yeah. All right. Let me show you how to do that.
Go, Jim.
But before we do that, I want to just talk about the environment that we're in. System growth. A couple of stats here. 2007, as you know, we started out with 2 existing stores in Central Ohio. We had the Blum's founding store in Columbus, and we had the Minnie's licensed store in Canton, Ohio. And then we had that year, really in about 6 months, we opened up 2 stores. Went from 2 to 4 stores the first year. In 2008, we opened up 8 stores for a total now of 12 stores. And probably ignorance was bliss, actually, because if I had any idea we were heading into this rough economy, I think it would have taken a little shine off the apple, if you know what I mean. But we kept going. 2009 opened 7 stores for a total of 19. 2010 opened 17 stores for a total of 36. You see where this is going. 2011 opened up 12 stores for a total of 48. It's a nice progression there in a tough economy. Now everybody goes, well, yeah, you know, in this economy though, it makes sense because it really pushes a lot of customers in the front door. It's like, yes, but who's investing in a business? They're the ones that are concerned. So that's why this is so exciting to me, is to be able to have this occur during this time frame. Now, to look at it in a different way, in 2011, now we were just talking about stores opening, but in 2011 we signed on 28 new franchise agreements. And that was in 12 months. This year so far in 2012, in just 6 months, year to date, we've signed on 21 new store agreements in just 6 months. So now you can really see where this is going. That's really exciting. You're all a part of that. It's your decisions. You are some people that are making things happen in this economy, and I do, again, admire you for that. Now, getting into some stats. Today, right now, 54 stores open or open to buy across 24 states. We have another 45 signed on for in various stages of development right now. If you do the math, it's pretty close to 100, isn't it? We've almost reached the century mark. Today, we have 63 different owners in our system individually. And of those 63 owners, 60% have previous resale experience, and of course, the other 40% don't. So thank you for really being brave and taking the lead of all these other folks in the room. And I thought you might find this kind of interesting. We have 18 owners in our system today that have multiple stores. We have one owner, and you know who that is, has 5 stores.
That's me.
Just in case
Wow,
there was any mystery there.
I'll
Just in case there was any mystery.
Right.
We have 2 owners with 4 stores. We have 7 owners with 3 stores. And we have 8 owners with 2 stores. And of course, that's all trending forward. I'm sure, like everybody said, just when Chad asked for a raise of hands, everybody wants to grow, everybody wants to expand. And don't forget, why am I here today?
To give us what we want.
I'm here to get what you want. We should really have Dick doing this. He's the professional voiceover guy. Moving on then. Here's an exciting development. Back in the days when we were rolling out other franchise concepts, there wasn't all of this computer geo-mapping and census analysis, and at the punch of a button online, you could get all this information about territory makeup and all this stuff. Today there is. So I can tell you that back in the early days with Once Upon a Child and Plato's Closet, you have to file your agreements with the Federal Trade Commission, and they ask you, are you going to protect territories? And we said, yeah, we want to protect territories. And then the next question, of course, is, how are you going to do that? And then you're left scratching your head going, I don't know, 6-mile radius? Right? But I can assure you that then became the de facto standard across Once Upon a Child and Plato's Closet. But that's not based on science. That's not fundamentally based on what's really going on out there. But today we have that science. We have vendors available. In fact, we've just hired on a new vendor called IntelliView, who has done geomapping, territory analysis, demographic analysis, etc., for a variety of other franchise companies. Now, what we did that's different, though, is with this beautiful point-of-sale system and the ability to capture contact information, we were actually able to take the contact information from 54 stores open, again, across 24 states. Pretty good sampling, right? And they were able to crunch it and analyze that information and put it through their computer systems, their census data, and they looked at a lot of different things, but here's some of them actually. Demographic analysis, obviously we all know what that is. For those of you who are not familiar with psychographic analysis, it's what people have an interest in, commonalities, things like interests and so on. And then they take a look at traffic counts. They take a look at choke points. We wanted them to also take a look at like retailer concentrations. Retailers that we like. We like to buy certain brands, don't we, and resell them. We want to be, we want to build that sugar shack along the ant trail. In other words, when women are beating a path to these other like retailers that we want to buy their product of, we want to make it easy for those well-heeled women to come in and sell to us. So it's interesting to know where those other like retailers are located. And then ultimately what they develop then are heat maps. So in the analysis, in the final analysis, what we do is we get a very accurate profile of who is already coming into closed winter stores. What's their background, not only demographically, but psychographically. And then we come up with heat maps that show us approximately how many stores we should put into a market and approximately where those stores should be located. Pretty cool stuff. I'm very, very excited about it because now it's all based on science instead of an arbitrary ring. That's pretty cool. Can I get a little golf clap for that? Awesome. I'm feeling it. So anyway, what's going to happen next is in the coming weeks, and because we have a growing group, a large size group here, maybe a month or so, but what I'm planning to do after conference is I'm planning to have meetings with all of you because I would like to share that information with you. Now, I'm not going to email it out or whatever. We pay dearly for this information, so I don't want it to end up in the hands of other franchise companies or whatever, but I want to do a team viewer or go-to-meeting kind of concept meeting, and I want you to know how your market lays out, where the opportunities are, and I want to find out, and I want to help you with how to get what you want, right? So that's the idea here is we have the information, and I want to share it with you live on screen, sharing my computer screen with you, and we're going to get that accomplished market by market so that you can get what you want. Now, how do you go about doing that? Get what you want. Don't you love that? Okay, here you go. Here's how to get what you want. First of all, I'd like you to speak with your regional operations manager. Start there. Because if you have a punch list or a to-do list with your field operations manager, I would like you to work on that first before you get defocused by doing other stores. So that's just a very elementary common thing to start with. Then I would like you to schedule a meeting with me, and we'll do a go-to meeting, and I'll tell you how the program works. It's not a laborious process. There aren't 26 different committees. It's not going to take 6 months. There's like 3 people. There's not a huge committee there, you know. And then what I'd like you to do is to complete and return a very brief checklist of items in our additional store qualification process. I won't go into the details of that. I'll make it available on Fran Connect for you so you can see what that is. But just to give you a preview, a little hint at what that is, here are the checklist items we're going to ask for you to provide to us, which is really basic 101 stuff on how do I plan for an additional business. One is to complete and return a pre-business plan worksheet. It's very simple. It's literally one sheet. It's like a simple balance sheet. On the left-hand side is, here's what I'm planning to invest in the business. On the right-hand side is, this is where the money's going to come from. Left side equals right side. That's simple. Then, I want you to provide the most current year-to-date store financials. Pretty simple. Then I want you to write up a concise, this doesn't have to be a book, but just write up a concise overview of your proposed org chart. Who's on first, who's on second, where are the people going to go? You know, what's the team plan, the human resources there? And what's your overall operational plan? How do you plan to go from what you have now to whatever you're proposing to have in the future? We just want to get an idea that you have thought about this process and that you're prepared. Additionally, this is simple, and this is where the heat maps come in, are which market do you want to develop? Now here's one thing that's really, really important. I'm not a mind reader. We're not mind readers. You have to let us know what it is that you want to develop. And once you do that, again, we can help you to get what you want. And lastly, of course, we have to abide by the Federal Trade Commission regulations, so I need to give you a copy of the most current franchise disclosure document. I just simply need you to date that receipt and send it back. That's just a little bit of housekeeping. Okay, once you get that package back to us, we'll review it. Okay. Simple, again. So, one of the key things I want to have you walk away with today is that it is your responsibility to take action to secure those markets for your next door. It's your responsibility. We are here to help you get what you want, but you have to initiate. We're not mind readers. So, there's 3 simple steps. You're going to sign and return the franchise agreement, you're going to pay the initial franchise fee, and we will work out with you a reasonable time frame to get those stores open. Nobody wants to rush you through the process. Nobody wants you to make bad decisions on a site because you're in a hurry. But we'll work that out. That's an easy thing to work out. But you need to step up and commit and pay for it and buy it. And then you can sleep easy at night knowing that it's locked and loaded waiting for you. Because it is your responsibility to get what you want. Otherwise, I want to be clear on this, every market is available for sale 24/7 unless you tell me what you want and step through this process. Okay? So what's it going to be, people? I want to know right now.
We're in, Jim.
Who wants to feel like that?
We're in. We're all in.
Why don't you step forward and get what you want? Let's do it. You got Stellan, you will always want to be Jim. All right. Well, I just want to turn it back over to Chad also.
That's good.
Good luck, Chad.